Hello everyone, you're watching Let's Talk About Prepping, and in this video, in an effort to try to return to making videos more often, I'm going to start sharing my opinion again. I know, they're like assholes, everyone's got them, they smell awful, and mine's probably worse than most. But this is my channel and here we are. So, I'm going to talk about the masks, because as preppers there is a practical aspect of this that we need to take away from it. They will absolutely lie to people even if it will cause their deaths for the greater good. And it makes sense. You can't really blame them. If they feel like they need to make sure that the hospitals have masks, they need to tell the stupid civilians not to use masks. And they'll tell you right to your face, it's probably because you're too stupid to use it properly yourself. Like I said, I can't really blame them. I'm sure if I was in their position, I'd make that kind of tough call myself. I wish that I would think that maybe people can be taught to use them properly enough. But given that we're in the situation where our governments around the world have completely failed us in their responsibility to prepare us against these kinds of situations, at least physically, in regards to having masks and all the things that we need to respond to this kind of situation, given that they find themselves in that position, it makes sense that they would need to lie to us for the sake of the greater good. But as individuals who prepare ourselves for the future and who watch these things, it's important to remember that that is exactly what happens. And that's all I have to take away from that. I'm not going to get into whether or not masks are now what you need to be doing. I think it's interesting that they go directly from, no, don't wear the masks, to you must wear the masks. I do find some of the dissenting opinions interesting, but I'm not going to get into that here. The one thing that I do find funny is when people say that the masks are stupid, the mandatory mask laws are stupid, all these things, and then flip-flop and immediately make fun of people who wear them half-face or who don't wear them properly, when those exact people may be agreeing with you and wearing it that way in protest. I guarantee you that a lot of people who are being told they have to wear the masks at the job after having been told not to wear the masks at the job are wearing them down like this as a matter of protest. So let's not make fun of them if we agree with them. I'm not saying that I do, but I do think it's funny when people who have podcasts or things say that it's stupid that these mandatory laws are in place, but then immediately make fun of people who may well be portraying that they agree with you. Just my thoughts. Do wear the mask, do protect other people. We definitely do want to make sure that we're not being a link in a chain. But I do find a lot of the flip-floppiness whenever it comes to this kind of thing very interesting. What I want to point out is that it really just comes down to everybody's divided on this kind of thing. Whether you think you need to wear the mask or not, whether companies think you need to wear masks on their premises or not, and whether or not the government thinks you need to be wearing a mask. So you always are just going to need to decide for yourself. Remember that that's what it comes down to, is watching out for yourself at the end of the day. And the government's going to lie to you. Just my thoughts. All right, hope you're all doing well. Everybody stay safe out there.